Good morning, you guys. Nerdy and Greeny and Sandy, good morning. Bus Love, good morning. Good morning, everybody. There's Sandy. Noticed your for Sandman. We'll make an announcement a little bit later. But I noticed on your IG that your website is up and running again. Do us a favor here, Sandman, and write down in the comment section. Write down your website address for us, if you would, please. Okay, Greeny and Justin and Trenty, the Trenty Trenterson. Good morning, Catzilla. Good morning, Meow. Vaggie, there's my girl. Okay. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. And it shall be a good morning. Good morning, Exception. Good morning. Cold here. Cold here. Less than 20 degrees. It's under 20 degrees this morning. Sun is shining, so that should help with some melting. But right, Danny D, it's freezing in the D. 100%. This is going to be a cold winter, I think, Dan. Last winter was easy. This winter, they're making up for it. 18 degrees, Exceptions reminding us. Must Love, we would give anything for 39 degrees. Okay? Trenty, I'm with you. The cold is not my friend. Exception wants snow, though. They want to make a snowman. That's right, Danny Pops. The sun is always shining. Somewhere, you're right. It's always shining, period. Somewhere. 18 degrees in the D this morning. Good morning, Taylor Reese. Thank you for your nice letter yesterday. Shroom Digger. Sandman, 31 degrees. That's all the way down in Tennessee. Nerdy says it's cold in this D too. That's funny. Cyber Jolie, we're looking at 33 degrees in the Pennsylvania situation. Brian C, stop bragging. We don't want to hear about how hot it is. 53 degrees, get out of here. 53, we'd be walking outside with our shorts and our cutoffs on today. No sleeve t-shirts. Good morning, everybody. Absolutely beautiful good morning. $23 people, 18 likes. Tennessee is a great place to go, Kello, for a trip. I have loved my time I've spent down in Tennessee. It's a beautiful state, but I think why I enjoyed it so much was because of the people. Wazzy, -8. You have got to be kidding me. Wazzy, you are a frozen icicle right now. 28 degrees in Texas. You don't think of Texas as getting that cold, but they even get snow occasionally. Wow. Cold everywhere. -8. Wazzy has the record this morning. Anybody less than -8? Anybody less than -8? I don't think so. I think Wazzy, you might have the record for this morning. Wow. Keep me away from Wisconsin until spring. 36 degrees in Vegas. That's unheard of. I wonder what it is in Arizona. Any Arizonians? Can they give us a report? I always think of Arizona as like one of the hottest states. Arizona and New Mexico. New Mexico's not as... They have some height, some mountains in New Mexico. 40 in Arizona, Trenty says. That's cold for you guys. You guys actually have to put jackets on. Yeah, no flip-flops this morning. You're gonna get up to 60 degrees? You lucky weatherheads. True, Vegas. Desert at night, cold. During the day, warm. Desert's a neat place. Desert's pretty neat. I grew up around deserts. In 3 hours, I could either be surfing or I could be looking for bones in the desert. Nerdy, nobody says you gotta put pants on. Nobody said. I would suggest it, okay, but nobody said you had to. All right? Let's get this business started. Billy D. Give me 5 people that missed Billy D this morning, or for the last few days. I'm number 1. Give me a few people that are like, what's up with Billy D? Sue Little has been keeping track, but then you guys have been also sending him get well messages via email. Okay? You guys have been sending him messages via email. Anthony Hunt sent him one. I think Paige might have. A few of you said you would, and I believed you. Bill wrote an email to me / the group. Give me 5 people. That's right, Nerdy. That's when you first think of him, right? When we first get here and Bill's not in the gym. Give me 5 people that want to hear his email. Give me 5. So far, Greenie's the only one that said, of course. Should we read Bill's email? Mark, you're a little impatient. Just do it! You gotta stoke them up a little bit, Marky. Okay? Didn't you used to do that when you were playing music with the band? Morning, Pops. This is Bill D. The title of his email is Still Kicking. That's a good start. Morning, Pops. I really appreciate all the love and support that you and the crew have been showering down on me. It really means a lot. I have managed to watch the last couple of mornings from my hospital bed, but I'm just not up to chatting, and trying to keep up with the scroll is almost impossible. As it stands right now, we are just trying to get the infection in my leg under control, and then in a couple of months, if the pain doesn't get better, then it will likely be time to proceed with the below-the-knee amputation. I may get to go home on Friday, but even after I go home, I may spend a little more time just lurking and trying to get over my mental fog. Yeah, it's a rough one, nerds. You and the crew are what is keeping me going. And I thank you and the T family immensely. I'll let you know when I know more. And in the meantime, I'll be lurking and staying medicated. P.S. Now pay attention to this one. Help me out here. Help me out, okay? P.S. Someone sent me a tincture with the New York return address, and Clean says it's someone else who reached out to him to send it. But I'm clueless, and I want to thank them. If you could help me with that, please. Thanks, Pops. And you may share as much of or as little of this note as you see fit. Love to everybody from Bill D. Sending. So, Cleanie, can you clear up the mystery? Who sent the tincture to Bill D? He would like to know. We sent him a package from Hague's. I don't know if it's gotten there yet because I just mailed it off Monday. But it had 100 micro capsules from Hagee. So thank you for that, Hague's. He'll get that, and I'm sure it's going to work out great for him. Okay? Anyways, whoever sent the tincture, I see. Cleanie wanted to be anonymous. Okay. The donor wanted to be anonymous. Okay, no problem. You can just let Bill know, because Bill was curious. And maybe you're not supposed to let Bill know either. Billy, if you're out there, it was anonymously sent to you. Nothing wrong with that, pal. Good morning, everybody. We sure want Bill to get better and fast. That's pretty scary business that he's in the middle of. I couldn't imagine right now. So on a lighter note, let's go be silly. Let's go be silly. What do you think? Silly time. How do you spell mousetrap using 3 letters? How do you spell mousetrap using 3 letters? C-A-T. Cat. You guys knew that one. I wish I had my laughing machine. I need my laughing machine, but it's out of batteries and I haven't gotten a battery yet for it. Cat. Somebody said car. No, that's rough. Speaking of, what did the dog say when it sat on the sandpaper? Think of my dog's name. Rough. I hope he doesn't come in here. Are you guys talking about me again? Okay. What smells the most in a garbage dump? I hate the smell of garbage dumps. What smells the most? Boiling Frog nailed it. Boiling Frog knows this one. The nose. The nose smells the most. Good one, Boiling Frog. Hey, Boiling Frog, do you even know you're boiling? Or does it come on you slowly? And all of a sudden you look around and go, boy, I'm boiling. Which household cleaner do Dalmatians fear the most? He's boiling slowly. Which household cleaner do Dalmatians fear the most? This is a good one. Spot remover. Greenie, you've been telling these to the kids all your life, okay? Spot remover. What do you call a guy who's been attacked? What's the name of a guy? What's the name of a guy who's been attacked by a cat? Claude. C-L-A-U-D-E. Claude. That's pretty funny. My name's Claude. I've been attacked by a cat. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, why did the dog say meow? Why did the dog say meow? Because he was trying to learn a second language. Not that good a one. That wasn't that good. What's a cat's favorite song? I remember this song. What's a cat's favorite song? Three Blind Mice. I'll bet. The cat's like, give me a blind one. Okay, give me three blind one. Okay, cat scratch fever is a good answer. Cat in the cradle. No, the answer is three blind mice. Three blind mice. Do you guys remember that one from back in the day? Shackle because 8. Okay, because 7, 8, 9. Got that one. Okay. You guys are cracking me up with your own jokes out there. What do you get when you cross a dog and a dandelion? What do you get when you cross a dog and a dandelion? You get cauliflower. That's a pretty good one. Okay. Oh, okay. I don't know. The list here, they're all dog and cat ones. I have a dumb joke book. And for some reason, they're going through all the dogs and cats right now. Okay? Where do dogs go when their tails fall off? If you're a dog and your tail fell off, where would you go? Not the veterinarian. You go to the retail store. You gotta go to retailed. Okay? Nipper, that one's funny. Okay? Oh, I like that one. I like that. Okay, you go to the retail store. Of course you do. Oh boy, hold on. We're gonna have connectivity issues here this morning. It looks like I forgot to charge this son of a gun last night. Give me a second while I get the charge running again. Let's see what we're doing here. Give me 1 second. Oh. I gotta plug this thing in, guys. Okay. And now it's gonna have to sit up there. Okay. All right. Give me 1 second. Okay. I'm sorry about that. Oh, heck. I don't even see it charging now. I forgot to charge my uh, iPad last night, it looks like. How do cats end a fight? How do cats end a fight? They hiss and make up. Kim knows that. She's seen a cat fight or two in her house. Let's go back to the Dalmatians for a moment. Let's go back to the Dalmatians, huh? What does the Dalmatian say after eating? After eating, the Dalmatian pushes back from the table, and what does he say? He said, "Oh, that hit the spots." That's pretty good. That has to be spots, not just one, Greenie. It's more than one. Okay. Excuse me, Pops has a cold. Okay. How do fleas get from one dog to another? By hitchhiking. Oh, thank goodness we haven't had a flea issue with Ruffy. I hate fleas. I hate fleas. I can't imagine those little fellas crawling all over a dog. Okay. Let's just do a couple more. What do cats like to put in their milk? What do cats like to put in their milk? Mice cubes. That's not very funny. It's not that funny. Oh, give me one that's not a cat. Come on, get off the cats and dogs. Wait. Let me find one that's not a cat. Okay, let's go to this one instead. Excuse me, I'm so sorry about my oncoming cold. What does Godzilla eat at a restaurant? You don't know this one. What does Godzilla eat at a restaurant? The whole restaurant. Anything he wants. Whatever they want. That's even better. I like that one. Okay. Why couldn't the bagel escape? Sorry, bagel, you can't go anywhere. You're covered with locks. Not a big fan of locks, by the way. LOX. I'm not a big fan of bagel and locks. There used to be a neighbor, he went out every weekend and he came home with his little, from Einstein bagel and locks. Not a, oy vey was he. Not a big fan. Okay. Here's one. Why did the beet turn red? Why did the beet turn red? Because it saw the salad dressing. It's a shy fella. It saw the salad dressing. Oh, no. Okay. Give me one more, Pops. Okay. Did you hear about the crazy pancake? He just flipped. I like it. I like these. Okay? This one's obvious. I'm not even going to answer this one. I'm going to let 5 people answer this one first. Okay, this one's super obvious. What is Peter Pan's favorite fast food restaurant? Go ahead. Go ahead. Give the obvioso answer. Peter Pan, where's he eating today? It's not McDonald's. Okay. Come on, keep it coming. Come on. Doesn't take long to write it. Come on. 3 of you are right already. Okay. It's Wendy's. Okay. That's right. You guys don't even need to hear that one. Catzilla, I love Long John Silver, by the way. I love their the breading, and I like the little crunchies. But they only have like 2 in the greater Detroit area. It's really hard to find a Long John Silver in the area. I heard they just opened up a new one somewhere. It's about 20 miles from here. I know. I love their the way they deep fry, but the breading's just such a good one for me. I like it. Long John Silver. I'm gonna give you one more. Okay? There's only one out your way, Greenie. Yeah. I think it is out your way that I know of one. Well, no, that's Greenie's like Grand Rapids-ish area. Yeah. How do you fix a broken Muscle-up? Aren't the crumbs or the bomb? That's what I go there for. Can you give me some extra crumbies, please? They do give you extra if you ask. And yes, Brian, their hush puppies are pretty darn good. I agree. How do you fix a broken pizza? If you had a broken pizza, how would you fix it? Use tomato paste. You can use that one if you want. If you feel like it, you can use that one. Listen, fish, an extra tray of crumbies. 100% agree. Maybe with broken pizza you could use gluten too. Maybe? I don't know. Okay. The little kid complained, "There's a bee in my soup." The mother said, "Of course. I gave you alphabet soup." All right, that's enough. We have to get serious around here. Let's get serious. Wait 1 second. Serious time. I need to get a number from you guys between 1 and 50 so I can send a package of 20 microdoses and an 1/8 of supplemental supplements to one of you. So, give me a number between 1 and 50. The first person to get the number that's in my chute on my screen, I'm going to send a package to. We've sent out about 10 packages in the last week. It's been great. Okay? We had a little extra and we have to share. Jessie Girl just got the number. Jessie Girl, 13 was the number. 13 was the number. And Jessie Girl is the first 13 I saw on my screen. So Jessie Girl, I need you to send me your address to my email, and I will send you out a package. It'll have 20 microdose capsules of 200 milligrams each, and it will have an eighth of supplemental supplements of the Penis Envy variety. Okay? So you get that sent to me. I'll do another giveaway here shortly today. We'll do another giveaway. Let's go talk about psilocybin this morning. Okay, give me a second while I pull up this really interesting stuff that we want to discuss. The number goes up. The number goes up. Okay? Chop chop. We've got quotas to hit, people. And for once, I'm not talking about my likes. I'm not talking about the likes. We're doing great on likes. 43 people, 48 likes. Okay? Oh, by the way, I see Sandman here. Sandman, did you write down? Sandman has reopened a website to make liquid culture, and he always has great liquid culture, I gotta tell you. To make liquid culture available, excuse me, he has a new site. I don't know if it's new, but he has a site. And Sandman, will you please tell us your address to your website here? Would you put it in the comment section? Those of you that are looking for liquid culture, I highly recommend you reach out to Sandman at his website, and he'll send it to you, and you're also supporting a good guy and a good cause. Okay? There it is. Herbie wrote it right there. mountainmushlab.com. Couldn't be any simpler. That's about as simple as it gets. Sandom, we had Enigma going there for a while, offering it for free to a lot of people. But not so we don't have any more. We gave it all away. How long does LC stay good for? If you put it in a plastic bag, sealed plastic bag, and you put it in your refrigerator, I'd give it a good 3 months that you can still, it's still viable. Truth is, the longer you don't use it, the less viable. But chilled in the refrigerator stalls it, so you can use it for a good 2 to 3 months. But the best thing to do really is to order it when you need it. This is a great season for shipping of LC. Great season because the heat won't get to it as it sits on your front porch. Okay? Sandom, I will be making more Enigma, but not right now. I'll let you know. Okay? So we've got quotas to hit. For once, we're not talking about Pop's like count. No, we're talking about drug production. Drug production. Fun fact, every year, you guys didn't know this, every year, wow, Vegas has a LC that lasted her a year. That's amazing. Good job. Every year, the DA sets aggregate production quotas for Schedule 1 and Schedule 2 substances. The federal government actually makes these drugs. The Schedule 1 drugs and the Schedule 2 drugs. They have their own manufacturing of them. It's a vestige of the Controlled Substances Act that decides exactly how many grams of mind-altering molecules America is allowed to legally produce for research. We're allowed X amount to legally produce for research purposes. Well, the 2026 numbers just dropped. In other words, they just published what their 2026 numbers are going to be. And we spotted some telling trends. Psilocybin and psilocin both jumped 33%. They are letting 33%, they are going to produce 33% more in 2026 than they did in 2025. That's a good sign. Read between the numbers and you'll know that they're researching more. Okay? They're going from 30,000 grams to between 36,000 and 48,000 grams. That's what they're going to make. Of the 5-MeO-DMT, the quota has nearly tripled from 11,000 grams to 30,000 grams. That's a 173% increase, which is even more dramatic when you consider that in 2021, they produced 35 grams. Are you guys like, oh, what? 35 grams in 2021, and we're going to do 30,000 grams in 2026. Amazing. Methylone skyrocketed 477%. It's an MDMA compound. Bubblegum, I'm reading you the max. 48,000 grams is the max on the psilocybin. 30,000 the max on the DMT. The methylone, which is an MDMA adjacent compound, jumped 477% from 5,200 grams to 30,000 grams. How many grams do you think that they allowed in 2021? How many grams do you think they allowed of the methylone, which is an MDMA adjacent compound? Give me a guess. I see what you did there, Sarah Bear. Sandham's saying 0. In 2021, they allowed just 35 grams. 35 grams. Welcome 2026, 30,000 grams. MDMA, LSD, mescaline, and ibogaine quotas stayed flat, signaling either there's a supply sufficiency or regulatory caution. For this whole situation to sort of make sense, you have to understand that researchers can't just order psilocybin like they can lab mice. They need DEA Schedule 1 licenses, and manufacturers cannot produce more than the quota allows. So when the DEA raises a quota, that means they're projecting greater research needs based on what's in the FDA pipeline and active clinical trials. Bubblegum, we're one of the farmers here. Through that lens, the massive jumps for 5-MeO-DMT and the methylone make perfect sense, since these are two psychedelics that earned FDA Breakthrough Therapy designation just this year. Atai Beckley and Transcend are the two companies that will need the bulk of those compounds. Unfortunately, the quota for how much the DEA is cool with you ingesting is still 0. Now the methylone is not meth, as you guys, it's not methamphetamines. It's an MDA compound, MDMA compound. Fantastic. I'm going to read you another really neat thing. I've been talking recently quite a bit about facilitators, licensed guides. I believe that it's a career of the future for a lot of people, especially people interested in mental wellness, have experience in having their own journeys and seeing the improvement in their own lives. That helps you be quite an advocate for psilocybin use in an appropriate forum and in the appropriate way. We need to train these people, right? Need to get some adequate training. There even should be a bench line ultimately of what's expected in a training program, because there's new training programs starting to pop up all over the place. I might say I'm currently involved in 2, and I'm looking at the 3rd one. New psychedelic therapists need to practice their skills to get good. But patients don't want to be traumatized by a newbie. It's a classic catch-22, right? So there's a non-profit organization called Fireside Project. It has decided that it's the perfect job for AI. So they just launched Lucy. It's like a flight simulator, but for holding space during someone's difficult trip. The AI-powered training platform uses voice-based role play informed by 7,000 plus real calls to Fireside's support line. It created a database, 7,000 plus calls to their hotline, and they've created a database for an AI model, and the AI model is going to chat to the prospective facilitator. Okay? This is one of those potentially really good uses of AI. Through these mock conversations, a facilitator will have a mock conversation with this database. Trainees get to practice managing mid-trip anxiety and handling trauma that surfaces during sessions, all without winging it on their first few clients. I love that. You want to practice? Dial up the Lucy program, and we're going to run you through your paces. I love that. Between all the psychedelic drug approvals coming, the ketamine clinics and the state programs already running, and of course the underground use happening everywhere, this field needs thousands of trained facilitators yesterday. Fireside hopes Lucy certification will eventually become a recognized credential. Just don't get caught in the uncanny valley of simulated robot empathy, or you might have your own psychedelic crisis to manage. I don't know, man, I'm about 95% for it. I could see it slipping here or there, but I'm about 95% for that. I think it's a real good way to get trained remotely. Now, of course, we have to check out the AI program and see what's going on in the process. But just philosophically, it sounds like a great plan to me. Give me 5 people that agree. You don't have to agree. You can hate AI for the rest of your life, or you can start to know it's here and start finding really good applications for it. That's my mindset. That's my personal mindset. Finding good uses for AI. Kimberly, I don't think AI is managing your trip. I think it's going to be a human that helps you, but AI should help the human understand what it is before he actually dives in on a newbie. Right? That's what I'm thinking. Let's do another giveaway. You guys ready? Go! Give me a number between 1 and 50. The first person to get the number that's in my chute, first person to get it on my screen, I'm going to send a package with 20 microdoses and an eighth of supplemental supplements. First person I see with the number on my screen, I'll be sending this happy package to. A support package, a wellness package. 20 microdoses, 200 milligrams each. That's a fifth of a gram each. And then we're also going to be sending some regular fruit. I'm waiting for the number. There's the number. Zozo LSD. I haven't heard from Zozo. I mean, we see Zozo, but he hasn't won anything in a while. Zozo, 27. 27. So Zozo LSD, would you please send me your address? And we will send it to my email. And we'll get that package sent off, not today. Neither of the two packages today. I need your address today. But I've already sent my mail for today. I did it early this morning. It's already packaged and sent. When I say sent, it's already staged for the mailman. I have a few errands that I need to run today, so I won't be able to get it packaged today, but I can get it done tomorrow. Okay? Congratulations, Zozo. We're gonna finish up. With our talking about shame today. All right? It's an incredibly important topic, especially for people in recovery, active recovery, and others. How many people think that the world, our culture, tends to have, it could almost be labeled a shame culture? I believe that. Sandham, the capsules will last a good year if they're stored properly. And again, I think the best place is in the butter dish in your refrigerator. Put the package of caps in the butter dish in your refrigerator. The refrigerator stays dark all the time unless you have it open, and it stays cold. So store them in your butter dish. There's a lot of shame in our culture. We shame each other. Our marketing shames us. We get shamed into buying things. There's an incredible, it's scary as can be. Yeah, shame and blame, Wazzy. It's incredible. There's an documentary on Netflix about the buying culture we have and how we're tricked every single day. Amazon and all of these other outfits tricked into buying stuff we absolutely don't need. And then they over-manufacture because they don't know exactly what the buying volume is going to be, so they completely over-manufacture. And then they don't want to give it away, the stuff that's over-manufactured, because that would downgrade the value of the stuff they're trying to sell. And so where does it end up? It ends up in landfills. It ends up in our oceans. It ends up creating literally more global warming. As Kim says, our landfills are becoming mountains. And this isn't just trash that, from my grocery stuff in my house. This is stuff that the manufacturers are throwing away. You should check out I can't remember, I'll try to remember tomorrow what the name of the documentary is. But it was middle of the night the other night. I couldn't sleep night, came across it. And I watched it with tears in my eyes. Yeah, exactly, Niffer. Have you seen the beaches of Ghana and all of the others? But a good deal of the buying tricks that Madison Avenue has put into the human, especially the American consumer's mind, is shaming us because I don't have this fall's outfit. 3 falls ago, an outfit, you're wearing an outfit from last fall? Shame on you. They literally shame us into consumerism. That's just one of the ways our culture shames. Another is setting standards of beauty that many of us can't possibly attain because we're just regular. And then you get shamed into makeup, and you get shamed into plastic surgery. And you get shamed in so many ways. Shame in culture, let's discuss it. One reason we get so confused about the term shame and what it means is because we misuse it all the time. People throw around the word shameless when they see someone making a self-serving or an unethical decision. They attribute unconscionable behavior to a lack of shame. This is wrong and dangerous. Shame is not the cure, it's the cause. Don't let what looks like a bloated ego and narcissism fool you into thinking there's a lack of shame. Shame and fear are almost always driving the unethical behavior. That's nice to know. Thank you, Hunter. We're now seeing that shame often fuels narcissistic behavior. In fact, I define narcissism as the shame-based fear of being ordinary. I don't want to be seen as ordinary. I'm afraid of that. And what will you think of me if you just think I'm ordinary? So I become a bombastic narcissist. How many people think there's more narcissism today than there was a few years ago? I see it a lot. I see it a lot. And those people aren't so much choosing it as the world and the culture is creating more shame, and as a result, more narcissistic behavior. Because it's shame-based fear. Grandiosity. I'm seeing more grandiosity than ever. Starts at the top in our country. The leaders. Major grandiosity. So why wouldn't the followers, the sheep, exhibit the same behaviors? I agree with Captain Obvious. Consumerism is a huge driver. Grandiosity and bluster are easy to assign to an overinflated ego. But it's tough to get a glimpse of the fear and the lack of self-worth that are actually behind that posturing and selfishness. Because posturing leads to weaponizing hurt and then turning it on other people. We weaponize hurt and then turn it on other people. I'm here to tell you that it's more rampant today than it ever has been in the history of the world. Europe is consumed by it. Our markets are consumed by it. Well, what are they going to think of me if I don't have the newest and the biggest and the best? And then we fill ourselves with bluster. What happened to humility? With service comes humility. Do you know that? When we serve, we see the hurt. We see the pain. We're serving people that are hurting and in pain. And there's no time for grandiosity. There's no space for it in service. Get out there and volunteer your service. Get connected, and you'll see it out there. The last thing people need is more shame. More accountability for the behavior and lack of empathy, yes. But more shame makes them more dangerous. And it gives them the opportunity to redirect attention to the shaming behavior. And weirdly, it can drum up support from others who are looking for a way to discharge their pain and an enemy to blame. Shame, listen to this. Well, at least I feel shame. Really? Shame is not a compass for moral behavior. Let me say that again. Carry this one around today. Shame is not a compass for moral behavior. It's the exact opposite. It's much more likely to drive destructive, hurtful, immoral, and self-aggrandizing behavior than it is to heal it. It causes more, not less. Where shame exists, empathy is almost always absent. That's what makes shame dangerous. The behavior that we find so egregious today is more about people being empathyless than shameless. We're walking in a world that has less empathy today than it's ever had before. Not here at T, thank goodness. And I mean that. I see an immense amount of empathy here for one another. Reading Bill's email this morning and knowing you guys are emailing him and sending him support and little gifts and things. We take care of each other. But it's a rare community that does that today, you guys. It's a rare community. Most communities are finding blame, pointing fingers at each other. I'm not being political, but just look at our government. The red pointing at the blue and the blue pointing at the red. It was egregious behavior. Them not caring whether you eat or you have SNAP benefits or not. That's shameful. That is not a good moral compass. It's the exact opposite. Rhonda Deering, our Senior Director for Research, has studied shame for decades. Her summary of how empathy and shame work together is incredibly helpful. Okay? I'm going to read her summary of how empathy and shame work together. Empathy is an other-focused emotion. It's focused on others. Empathy doesn't focus on us. Empathy focuses on others. My life today chooses to be focused on others, and many of you the same. Empathy draws our attention outward towards other person's experience. When we are truly practicing empathy, our attention is fully focused on the other person and trying to understand their experience. We only have thoughts of self in order to draw on our own experience and see how it can help us understand what the other person is going through. Empathy is one of the hugest parts of recovery. From any of the addictions, the debilitating addictions. You have somebody that empathizes with you. They know what you're going through. They've been there. They've experienced it. They call on their own experiences and say, I remember how that felt. I'm here. I'm listening to you. And if there's something I can do, I'm available. It's not about me anymore. It's about you today. I'm here for you. That's empathy. And it's what somebody in recovery needs. They don't need to be shamed more. They need to be heard and cared for. And it's a beautiful ministry. Get out there and go to a meeting, a random meeting somewhere, and empathize with the newcomers. It can do nothing but hold up your own sobrieties. It builds up this self-image of I'm finally worth something. I'm worth something to the human race because I'm helping the human race today. I'm not taking, I'm giving. Shame, on the other hand, is an egocentric, self-involved emotion. It draws our focus inward. Our only concern with others when we are feeling shame is to wonder how others are judging us. It's debilitating. I spent a life of shame, 30 years plus, wallowed in shame. I spent all the time worrying about what you judged me to be. And then I'd be a phony baloney because I wanted a good judgment. But I wasn't being authentic. And it came from a fear base of shame. Open the closet of shame, share it, and it becomes empathy. Shame and empathy are incompatible. When feeling shame, our inward focus overrides our ability to think about another person's experience. If I'm walking and wallowing in shame, I'm not listening. I'm stuck on the inside of me. And I'm filled with fear. I'm fearful you're going to find out who I really am. I'm uncomfortable in my own skin. And I didn't wake up one morning and get shame. The world's filled with it. I just caught some. We become unable to offer empathy if we're in an active state of shame. We are incapable of processing information about other persons. It's the exact opposite of where we want to be. If we want to be a healer, we want to practice healing. So get rid of your shame. Share it. Turn a light on it and it dissipates. Shame is dark. It's the darkness in the corner. When you turn the light on the darkness in your corner and you point to it and say, look at that dark corner that I had in my life. Let me show you how to not have that same corner in your life. Oh, you have a dark corner? So did I. I don't anymore, because I'm in service now. Because I'm empathizing with you. I'm hearing you. I'm listening. Shame doesn't listen. Shame doesn't have ears. But empathy does. Empathy is a bath of love, first for yourself, secondly for the person that you're attempting to help. I would venture to say the people here, especially, the ones I know personally, as well as the ones I've met virtually here, that really is what we want. We really do want to help each other with a humble heart. A little humor in there, we love that part, but with humility, with kindness, speaking only impeccably, foregoing gossip altogether. We will not gossip. We will not talk negative about one another. We will not. We will not get involved in divisive topics and issues. We just won't allow it. When we practice, the biggest word, I haven't been mentioning this word as much for the last couple of weeks, practice. We need to get practice. That's why that AI program I mentioned earlier, I'm not a biggest AI fan. I'm not even sure I get it yet. But I'll be needing practice as a facilitator. I will. I'm humble enough to admit that. I'm not going to jump in on some newbie and send him in the wrong direction in the middle of a journey. All because I wasn't humble enough to practice first. Do you get that? We want to practice empathy. We want to practice sharing. What we practice here at T is we practice giving things away. Do you know both of the winners of packages yesterday? Both of them gave their packages away. One wrote to me yesterday, said, Pops, would you please give my package to Tyler? The other one, Sammy P, Will you please give my package? I experienced practiced sharing here. If you send an email to Billy D, you're practicing. And those are just the little teeny quick little examples I have right now. It's happening a lot all day between you guys. Yes, Nippy, you can hear him. He's ready. You guys have good ears out there. You guys can always hear Ruffy. Ruffy just went over and scratched the door and he looked at me. And he said, it's like after 10 o'clock, bro. Are we going for a ride or aren't we? Practice empathy with yourself. Listen. Empathize. And be of service. Right, Captain Obvious? She's got those mom ears. That's a funny way to put it. Guys, I love you this morning. We pretty much covered shame. We'll move into a new emotion tomorrow. Discuss a new emotion. But Bubblegum, he just has a natural... That's some weird thing. He just has a natural... his biorhythm tells him when it's about 10, 15. And he's going, Pops, would you please be quiet? And grab the keys. We're going for a ride. It cracks me up. I love you guys. I mean that sincerely. We're doing a good thing here. Let's keep doing it. Let's keep coming back. Let's keep growing. Let's keep showing the world there's a beautiful place. This one's tea, but you can live in beautiful places. You don't need to live in the hell of the world. 4 agreements I work with. Be impeccable with your word. Treat everybody with love and kindness. Because of your experiences in your life when you weren't. You know how painful that was and how shameful it became. Be impeccable with your word. Lift each other up. Kind words, good words, words filled with healing and love. Make those be the words that come out of your mouth as you practice your new vocabulary. Don't take things personal. The world doesn't know what you know. The people in the world don't know what you know. And they're thirsty and they want to know. But if you're taking it personal, you start experiencing shame. And that's not going to get you anywhere worth being in service. Don't have expectations or make assumptions. You're setting yourself up for resentments. We don't have time for that. We only have time to serve. What little time I have left on this planet, I just need to serve. And then fourthly, do your best in all of these affairs. Do your best to bring goodness and kindness to your community, to your home first, then your community, and then our planet. Get out there and find somewhere you can be of service. You will never feel better about yourself than when you're volunteering. Everything else in your life slips away for the time that you're out there serving. Everything else falls away, and you're focused on something outside of yourself. I'm speaking from experience because I used to be the guy focused on myself. I don't want to be that guy anymore. So I'm practicing a new guy around here. Pops love, peace. Let me scroll my friends out for today. We've got J.W. Owen and Captain Obvious. It was nice to see you this morning. Dawn and Mark Z and Bubblegum Kello. And Danny the Denny Dando. And Bubblegum and Pacers and Vaggie. Yes, Vegas, I'll write to you later. I'll let you know what's going on. Thank you, dear. Ruffy, Vegas sent Ruffy a package. Maybe I'll show him tomorrow. Thank you. Nersy and Wazzy. Ruffy is better at timekeeping than I am. HP and Rodmond and Captain and Joe G's and Herbie Von Werby Kebab. Staying productive. Michael Patterson. There's my guy. Sean T. By. Pacers and Don and Mark. And Jesus Christ in Australia. And Sammy P. and Pacers and Captain. And HP and Kitty Cat Meowzilla. And Jesus Christ and Anthony Hunt. Great guy. Joe D's Mello. Thank you, sweetheart. Pacers and Dawn. Mello's going to learn how to grow mushrooms. She has somebody, mentor, that's going to teach her how to grow mushrooms down in Jamaica. Sarah Bear, loving you. Pacers and Cyber Jolie. There's my girl. Trenty the Trenty, Trenderson, Jesus Christ and Mello. Joe D's and Cleany. Cleany spreading bud grease. JW on the Master Beef, thank you. Sarah Bear and Pacey's and Jesus Christ in Australia. Have a great evening. Shroom Digger, Zozo LSD. Laura, have a divine day. Kimberly, the Golden Bolden. Jimmy all the way to the Max Classic is a sweetheart. Exceptions exceptional. Sue Little. HB Rodman. Vagey, Sammy P. Mr. Phillips. Nippy and Captain Obvious. HB, I'm sorry about your son, Captain. Nipper and Don. And Nippy again and Cleany and Corey D. I like that guy. Don and Mark. J.W. Owen. Bubblegum. Wazio. Have you guys seen his hair lately? Corey D. May the day be bright and we meet in the light of Shanti. Michael Patterson speaks well. Taylor Reese, nice to see you. Justin. Pacers. Captain, Mark, and Joe D's. Pops, peace, love, kindness, service, and self-image. Grow both. Pops out. I'll see you guys tomorrow.